The Sculpture Yard, located behind the Art Sociology building here at the University of Maryland, serves as a space where students can work outside and discover different objects to use in their art projects. Dane Winkler, a second-year MFA student and also a professor for Art 200, invited his class to use the Sculpture Yard for their Found Object project.
So students were allowed to scavenge kind of for materials all over the place. And I mentioned one good spot for that is the Sculpture Yard here at the Department of Art, University of Maryland. That's where I got using everything that I needed.
Ohaoma found pieces of metal, doorstops, and nails in the Sculpture Yard to complete his project.
I ended up only using one thing from the dumpster, which was a metal grate that I cut up to be the border of the main part of the sculpture. And what everything is actually inside of is an old grill that was just laying around, and I had to clean out an old mouse nest outside the middle of it, but it came in handy. I'm excited to be able to use the Sculpture Yard again because next semester I'll be taking metal casting, and I feel like there's a lot of good stuff outside there. Like, it's not really trash, it's more just stuff that can't be used in a normal way anymore, but there's a lot of opportunity to use it in the classroom.
Dubin mentioned Professor John Rupert's metal casting class. Professor Winkler said that the Sculpture Yard is mainly used for the iron pour, which Rupert's class gets involved in.
You can see the big furnace behind me. So we break up old iron radiators into small pieces and load them into the top of the furnace. And there's layers of coal in there that keep the fire going. We also introduce air through a blower system, so we keep the fire going in that stack all day long and keep introducing iron. And then we pour liquid iron into a ladle that we then pour into sand molds or making cast iron sculptures.
From the mold that he made at the Iron Pour on Maryland Day, Konstantin Mihalides created an iron sculpture inspired by his own previous drawing.
Once you make the mold and you enclose it in this mold, it's closed, you can't see anything. And when you're pouring the metal, you can't tell if it's going through it all successfully and it's going to hit every spot, so you just have to hope for the best.
Winkler would like to see the Sculpture Yard used by more graduate and undergraduate students. He thinks it is a little underutilized since the iron pour only takes place once a semester.